Hi there, Robin here from Expert On, and today on Marine Week we are covering the PLMRA400 from PYLE. Now the PLMRA400 is a 4-channel amp and it offers 100 watts per channel. So if you're trying to give an extra little kick to your 6x9, or 5 1/4, which is probably what you should be buying, this is a great way to go. So we're going to find ourselves a knife here and we're going to get ourselves inside this box. Now, while I'm popping it open, let's take a quick look on the back. So again, for 4 outputs, 100 watts per channel, gain controls, on light on an LED indicator. It's got a high-low level input on it, so we'll look at that in a second. We've got thermal overload and short circuit protection. It's built out of aluminum, nice white coating on it. We'll pull that out and see that there. And there we go. On this model here, it's an AB amp. I know their 200 series is a MOSFET amp. That's another video for another day. So there's our high gain input wires. There's our instruction manual. And we shall put the box aside. So in the manual, one thing we'd like to check is to see how many speakers can we actually connect to this thing. Now we know we've got 4 channel outs, but what do we really want to put on it? So this is recommending that we stay at 4 ohms all the time. So that means we only want to put 1 speaker per. Now, you know, it will run stable at 2 ohms. So that means you can put 8, but don't do it, because they even tell you that, you know, it's a great way to shorten the life of an amplifier. It's very good, it's very clean. You're going to increase the distortion if you go past 4 speakers. So if you want the amplifier to last you a couple of years, because, you know, some people go and say, they give a great review and they say it's awesome and this is like, you know, for the price you can't buy anything like it. And other people say, oh, it's junk, and they don't tell you anything else. The odds are, if someone's telling you it's junk, it's probably more to do with how they hooked it up or how many speakers they hooked up to it. Because if you don't overdo it, that's great. So there we go. And again, it's marine grade rated, not just white paint. What that basically means is that the circuit board internally for this model has been lacquer coated to protect from oxidization and from early corrosion. Outside of that, don't scratch it, because it's all the aluminum's been painted, so this way it doesn't oxidize either. So if we cover 2 sides, on the top we've got our name, we've got Marine Audio, we've got the model number PLMRA400, 400 watts, 4-channel amplifier. That's all what we're seeing on top. On the side, we've got 2 knobs. So we've got level controls for both channel 1, 2, and then another one for 3 and 4. Then we've got RCA plugs with nice little covers on, so if we're not using them, they're protected. Then we've got our high input here. So if you can't get RCA cables to it, or maybe you have an old radio and you just don't have the ability, that's what this is for. This allows you to plug into the actual unit, and they give you 2 sets, because you're going to need 2 sets to get the whole thing going. One fits on one side, one fits on the other, and it allows you to draw power or draw the signal off of your rear speakers. Now I know it has a grounding drain on it. What that means is that the speakers can be hot and live and no worries, but better off if you're tapping into speakers. So this way it's only listening in on the actual signal and doesn't have to like worry about all that power getting to it. Now on the other side, we've got 3 screw down terminals on this side, which is our 12 volt power, our ground, and our remote. That's the blue wire from our actual radio. And then we have an amplifier, a fuse, and it's yellow, so I can never read these things. So yellow is 20 amps. So that's important. Then we've got ourselves our 4 channel. So it starts off with the 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got 4 pairs of terminals to go into this. There is no crossover in here. This is not meant for subwoofers. So you want to avoid that. If you did need something for a subwoofer, that's why they make this model over here, which is called the PLMRA200. Now, total power is the same, but you're paying a little bit more. It's brought into 2 channels instead of 1, and this is bridgeable, and this also has a digital crossover in it, so you can run subs on this. One sub, by the way. And you can run no subs on this. This is strictly, I want my speakers to be a lot louder than they are. Maybe I've got a radio that's got low output to it, and I need to increase that, so this way my speakers sound a lot better and a lot fuller. And or maybe you just got, you know, more speakers on the boat, and you need something to mount onto it so you can get more sound out of it. That's what's going on there. Now, as well, just remember, you buy the amp, you're going to need some other stuff. I mention this every time we talk about amps. You're best off to get yourself an amp kit. Now, you might need some extra ground cable if you got to go all the way back to the battery, but this is a good way to get a lot of hardware that you didn't probably even know you needed, all included in here, and it's done at a much, much better price, and it includes all the pieces, everything from speaker wire RCA cables, all your power cable to get you from the battery back to the amp, the remote cables included in these kits. Usually, you know, sometimes you're lucky and this one here happens to have some housing tubing, so this way you can, you know, cover everything up and zip tie it nice and clean. But you get all that. They come in different sizes. An amp like this, you're looking for an 8 gauge kit. That'll do the job really well to get this guy up and running. Remember, PYLE also very big company, very wide selection, and they keep adding to their lineup. So besides the actual PLMRA400, which is what we're looking at here, they also have a new model they launched, which was called the PLMRA410 BT. Basically exactly the same as the 400, except it has Bluetooth on it. So if you don't have a head unit, or you're mounting it in a way that you're going to want to connect directly to the amplifier instead of actually even using a radio or a head unit or anything else, you can do that with the 410 BT. We'll have links to all of these, including even the 200 and 210, which we didn't even bring out onto the table today, down below. So this way, if you need to figure out pricing in Canada, remember, you can always look at Expert Island for all those pricings. In the States, we're going to have all the links to Amazon to show you the best possible price in the US. So there we go. I don't think there's much more we can talk about or cover today on this particular amp, except that we've had a lot of success with it. Price point's incredible. So there you go. Again, it's Robin from Expert Island. If you got any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you like the video, let me know. And at the same time, please, if you haven't subscribed already, just click that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you now.